friends, it's Amber. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. So in today's video, I'm super excited because I decided that I wanted to come into the craft room and make something that I love. I was kind of in a little creative slump, and I always feel better if I go through my stash and look at the paper and look at all the pretty things that I have in my own stash, and then I can think of something that I want to make. And a lot of times I come in here and I don't film it. I'll just make something I love, and then that gets me more in the mood to craft, and then I can come up with creative ideas for you guys. So today I was super excited because if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I love to use up all the elements in a collection. So for example, this is one of my favorite things to do. This is Sweet Story by Crepe Paper, and you know I've been using it in the last couple projects on my channel. So I wanted to break it down and see what I had left and try to challenge myself to use up the rest of it. So what I did is I went through it and I found that I had 5 double-sided pieces of scrapbook paper left. And then I still had some of the sheets in the 12 by 12 paper pad, which are single-sided. So what I did is I took a double-sided piece, as you see here, and I paired it with 3 of the single-sided sheets that coordinate. And I decided I wanted to make a bunch, or as many as I could, what I call plain and simple or neat and tidy junk journals. And so I also have elements left, kind of like these cut apart sheets. I have stickers and all kinds of stuff left from this collection. And I figured I could take it and divide it by as many junk journals that I make and make little kits for each one that I can decorate and journal in and maybe even send to a pen pal or put in my Etsy shop, anything. It's just a fun tip to use up the rest of a collection, have fun with it, and let all of the pretty supplies and papers inspire you. So as I was saying, I'm going to make cute little kind of neat and tidy junk journals with each of these little bundles. So as you know, I already showed you that this is going to be the cover. The double-sided page is going to be the cover. So here's the cover of my junk journal. And then for each of the junk journals, I pulled papers for the inside. So I'm going to use 3 pieces of scrapbook paper, and the single-sided scrapbook paper is a little more lightweight. And there's, of course, white on the other side, so that's perfect for the journaling portion. And so I'm going to do 3 pieces of scrapbook paper. And then I pulled just some insert pages. So I have graph paper, a lightweight craft cardstock, just this pretty notebook paper, a music sheet, a vintage ledger sheet. This is a magazine page, which is one of my favorite things to use in junk journals, and this one happens to come from Daphne's Diary. Some of this really pretty yellow notebook paper, and I love using old pages out of my happy planners. I just think the font is super cute. They're perfect for journaling. You can cover them up with paint or distress ink or paper or whatever, so I'm using one of those. All of the insert pages need to be cut down to 8 by 8 because 8 by 8 folded in half will be 4 by 8. And then I'm going to be cutting my cover piece down to 8 inches tall by 8.5 wide. And that will make the final measurement of the journal be 8 by 4 1/4. But you saw all the other bundles, so I'm going to make 5 of these all together. I already have all of the goodies here pulled for each one. And I'm so excited. This is the kind of project I love to make. Using up the rest of a paper collection, getting out the goodies, making little kits to decorate them. It's going to be so fun. So I hope that you enjoy this. So for the cover, I'm going to be cutting this down. This is the double-sided 12 by 12 paper. I'm going to be cutting this down to 8 inches up and down. So like this is the top, this is the bottom. So I'm going to be cutting this down to 8 inches. By 8.5. So 8.5 is going this way. So the final measurement on your cover sheet is going to be 8 inches by 8.5. I'm going to set this aside for a second, and I'm going to show you how to cut a couple of the inserts. Okay, so for the inserts, they're very easy. You just have to cut these down to 8 by 8. So this is one of the pieces of scrapbook paper. We're going to cut it 8 by 8. And then I'll do one of the random sheets. Here, we'll do the music. So this is also going to be cut down to 8 by 8. So first we're going to cut this at 8. Cut it this way. So I have 11 insert sheets all together, and here they all are cut down to 8 by 8. And now that I have all of them cut down, all I'm going to do is just fold them in half. And I've already done a few of them off camera. I'll show you right here. So here they are. I folded these 4 off camera, and one of them, that's the cover. So now I'm just going to take the rest of these insert pages and do the same exact thing. Fold them right in half. Now that they're all folded in half, I just want to kind of put them in the order that I want them inside my junk journal. So what you do is just open up the first one and just start sticking them inside each other. So I like to do, a scrapbook piece and then combine it next with like a piece of notebook paper or like a more of a plain sheet. And then I'll do like a vintage sheet and then more cardstock, and then I'll just keep going like that. But there is no wrong order. You can do this however you want. Just know that you're going to open one after another and just stick them inside each other. So I'm doing this one next, but I actually end up turning that one the other way, so that way the yellow cardstock shows in the middle, and you'll see here in just a second in this clip. But I love doing this. It's so satisfying. You're just using paper that you find laying around the house or in your craft room. You can use magazine, book pages, music sheets, notebook paper, whatever. It's so much fun creating these. So with the 11 inserts, counting both sides, that's 22 pages. Or if you're counting, that they're front and back as well, that's actually 44 pages inside your fun little junk journal. And they're going to be super easy to bind. I'm going to show you in just a minute. But this is kind of just the way I put those in. And I like to have in the middle, I like to have a piece of scrapbook paper turned the other way, so that way the colorful part shows in the center. So see how I'm just going to reverse this and I can do lots of journaling on that white side, and then that way when the center of the journal is open, it's the bright, beautiful yellow. So then you just gather all these and you're going to nestle them right into the cover like this. So I'm going to use my long reach stapler to bind this because I know it can handle those pages. So I'm just going to make sure I have everything where I want them, nice and straight. You can use clips if you want to keep it straight, but I just eyeball it like this. Make sure I have a good grip on there. And then you are going to do this on the outside of your little booklet here. To do a staple near the top, then one in the middle, and I just eyeball it. Looks pretty good. And then one near the bottom. And I take a little help from my bone folder for this part. And your first little junk journal is pretty much done, and it's ready to be decorated. So here's our junk journal. It's super cute with the scrapbook paper and the notepad paper. We got the craft paper, ledger paper, more scrapbook paper. You can do any combination of whatever you have laying around your house. Here's that beautiful magazine page. So artsy. Here's that cute notebook paper. And of course our Happy Planner page. More of the scrapbook paper, and then it just repeats. Okay, so I finished all of my Traveler's Notebook junk journals. I think they turned out so cute. There was only one slight change. I had this double-sided piece right here as one of the covers, but I accidentally messed up when I was trimming it, and I did have one more piece of double-sided 12 by 12 paper that I was saving for a different project because I was using it because it had strawberries on it, and I'm going to be doing like a strawberry theme project for something else, and I was saving it, but I went ahead and used it because of course I cut this one down to 8 by 8 instead of 8.5 by 8. So, but I got them all done. So I just wanted to show you them all together here. I think they look so pretty. And the final measurement is 8 by 4 1/4. So I really love how they turned out. I'll show you a quick little flip of the papers that I put in here. So for this one, I love all the scrapbook paper. And again, like I said, just use whatever you have laying around your craft room or your office or just your house. Reuse any notebook paper or planner paper that you have. It's nice to have some vintage stuff, but you don't have to. You can make it look super cute and artsy without having any vintage things. I just use what I have. So I think it turned out really cute. I just love how simple it is. And you can just, if you get that long arm stapler, it is so easy to just produce these things super fast. And then you can use it for your journaling and just decorate it along the way with all the goodies that come with the collection. So that's how I love to use these. So here's this one. We already looked through this one. This is the first one I made, and I added some washi tape because I'm going to keep this one for myself. And in here, and you can do that if you want, but I figured whoever gets these can decide if they want washi tape. And what I did is I just laid some adhesive down and then the washi on top, so that way it stays. But we already did a flip through this one, so let me show you the last 3 here. Enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing another video showing how I pull things from the collection to decorate my own junk journal, and I'm going to be using this one. And I'm going to use all of the other elements in the collection and the cut-aparts from the cut-apart sheet, and it's going to be so much fun. So before I go, I'm going to show you what I use to package these up so they stay nice and protected for whoever receives them. Okay, so I wanted to show you how I package these up. They're all nice and packaged in the clear bag. And I will link the clear bags below that will fit these perfectly, this size. But I just think they look so nice and packaged up in there. And I'm going to leave this one out because this is one I'm going to work on. So this is a great way to package up for Happy Meal or for your Etsy shop or anything. So, or your craft fair. And so to go with these, I'm going to be creating little kits with the rest of the collection, like stickers and scraps and cut-aparts and things like that. So those are all ready to go, whether I put them in my Etsy shop or I send them for Happy Mail. I will let you guys know if I do decide to list these in my Etsy shop, and I'll come back in a video and let you know. And then I'm going to be working on this one here and decorating this one. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. So if you have a collection with just a few more sheets, know that you can create something beautiful with it and creative. So I hope that you will give it a try. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!